Thank you, Chair.
I want to have a clear understanding of what the advocate is saying. Advocate, are you saying you were not aware that your husband has been shortlisted?
No, I didn't say I was not aware.
What did you say?
I said he applied for the post. There was a shortlisting process. We did the shortlisting of all the candidates, and the rest of the panelists adjudicated over his CV. I did not adjudicate. I cannot adjudicate over his CV. And when the final shortlist came out, he was shortlisted. I accept the position of the honourable member. I should then have perhaps stepped off completely. But I stepped off during the interview of himself.
Or you only stepped off during the date of the interviews?
No, during the time of his interview, yes.
During the time of his interviews?
Yes.
And then when you were doing the final selection, the adjudication, when you were selecting the final name, were you part of that process?
The other panelists did the final selection
after the interview?
Yes.
Were you part of that process?
I was part of the process when they recommended the candidates, yes.
So
but I couldn't adjudicate, honourable member, because I was not part of that interview.
So you were part of a process that agreed on the name of your husband to be appointed?
Are you satisfied, honourable member?
Yeah, no, satisfaction is something else, Chair. I've heard what she's saying.
That's what I want to check, because
we
now move to Honourable Ngola.
No, Chair, I also have heard what she's saying. Thank you.
Honourable Mali.
No, Chair, I must say I'm very disappointed, Advocate, in what you did, because I'm happy you are agreeing that on a hindsight you realize you did the wrong thing. Because it doesn't matter what you do. I mean, you sit in an interview, you interview us, you ask us difficult questions. When your husband comes, you leave. No one asks very difficult questions and then he gets high. It disadvantage. You either participate or you don't participate at all. That was a complete loss of judgment. I mean, I was so happy with everything else that you were doing, but this one, we must all agree that it was a serious lapse of judgment, especially from an advocate who should know the law of recusal. Thanks, Chair.
I accept that, Chair, but for the point of clarity, how interviews worked at the time, and they still do, all candidates are asked the same questions. So he would not have been advantaged or disadvantaged, because all candidates are asked the same question. But for the rest that you have commented on, yeah. I take it, Honourable Malema.
What honourable members are saying is that morality and ethics may not be legislated. It's out of human conscience. And sometimes the examples that you may want to set in life. That's essentially what they are saying. It may be a practice elsewhere at the workplace, but out of human conscience, you just say, look, here I think I can conduct myself differently.
I accept that, Honourable Chair.
And Chair, we don't ask the same questions at JSC. That's the only place where I've been where we interview people, and I've never had us asking the same questions. You miss one, you don't sit at all.
Yeah. I'm coming to you. Okay, let me check. Do you have a query, Honourable Skosana?
I just wanted to check if my time was over from you, nothing else.
No, you are no,
can you protect me once again? I'm asking you.
That's exactly,
I'm getting answers.
That's exactly what what I'm on to. And you know what I want to request from you is self-restraint and allow the chair to do his work. Because if you act in common purpose, you forfeit your rights. You see, when you are being attacked, allow the chair to protect you. But if, okay, let me tell you, when you started, it was 12 minutes before 5. And you were supposed to have run for 30 minutes. So you ended at 17:14.
Sabona advocate.
Sawubona ndade.
Njani mama?
Ngiyaphila. Ngikhathele
Siyaphila,
mari ngiyaphila.
Hayi bekezela ntombazana. Ngifuna ukhalalisela uhusband wakho ngathi ngingafunda
Ayo
kuyena.
ngcono ukuthi ngifake i-divorce.
Hayi ungayifaki cha. Ngeke ngikwazi ukuphila ngaleyo ndlela yokungakhuluma. Ngifuna ukuthi ungicacisele lana before ngene endabeni le engize ngayo la kuwo. Uthi usuke ekhaya uhusband unominatiwe for ukuthi eze for interviews. Wangasho lutho wathula wathi tu uhusband.
Uhusband nami asihambi nekareli 1 asebenzanga ema-office eli-1 lapho i-integrity yami
Yeah.
ngeke uzokwazi ukungishukuza ngeke ungithole ukuthi ngamtshena ukuthi kukhulunywani imibuzo ithini akukho lokho.
No, ngibuza ukuthi akafika ngendlela ajabulile athi hey mama yazi I got a call I'm going to be interviewed ku IDEC or whatever I'm just saying.
I at DSO
Yeah, yes. Azange akutshela ngithole i-call to be interviewed.
ungitshenile vele.
Ukutshele.
Yes.
Then you didn't decide from lapho ukuthi uphume kule ndaba but you decided let me continue singene ku selection and then ngiyohlika mase ngihlika lapha sesim interview yakho.
Vele ngishilo ndade kusho ukuthi if ngibheka ngemva kungcono if ngasikhipha kuyona. Angizange isikhiphe angikwazi ukushintsha lokho enzekile ngalelo sikhathi.
Njengommeli angiyena ke mina ummeli advocate angithi umthetho awuphukanga somewhere lapho noma mhlawumbe awuvulekanga iloophole yokuthi singathi lo mthetho awuhambanga kahle lapho
Ngokwami
ngokomthetho.
ya, angazi ngomthetho ngithi ngokwami ngasikhipha. So ngokwami angizange yenze into mele ngingayenzi. Mari ngiyaniswa ukuthi nithini. Yiko ngithi ngalelo langa vele mhlawumbe kuzoba ngcono if ngasikhipha completely kuyona leyo process. Angizange isikhiphe kwi process yonke ngasikhipha kwi cesha mase umuntu uyangena for i-interview.
So usiyavumelana sinawo ukuthi kukhona la usola khona ukuthi awenzanga kahle.
Ngalendlela ekhulumnywa namhlanje vele.
So mangathiwa agreverse ukuthi baba aphume emsebenzini ubungavuma still.
Angikizwe kahle.
If it were to be said your husband must recuse himself from the post or position he's working because there was a loophole or a slight mistake in that of hiring him, there is that gap nje engatholakala. Would you agree that he must resign?
Kuphi nendawo akasebenze DSO.
Kuleyo interview leyo.
Yes. If bathi ngomthetho mele asikhiphe.
Wawuthola lo msebenzi yena. What did he get hired? So
Yiko ngithi if umthetho ukhona wayibheka wathi la mele umuntu asikhiphe abuyele emuva le waqala khona angabe kule position for which waba ne interview vele mele asikhiphe. Ngeke ngime kwindlela ukuthi akhishwe as a result of umuntu athi ngcono ukuthi usikhiphe completely from the interview process.
so uma ufika ekhaya namhlanje uzomtshela ukuthi baba besikhuluma ngawo lapha eParliament bayasola bathi mele uyikhiphe noma babahlala nomhlamba uzothula njengoba nixoxa into enje.
Lento akusinto ngizothula ngayo. Sengikwatile ke vele, hayi ngawo. Ngikwatile ukuthi mhlamba ngokwami mele ngiyenze ngenye indlela ngalelo sikhathi.
Mase ngibuza phela manje sesiyitholile inkinga. Uma ufika ekhaya uzomtshela baba hamba u resign senze iphutha.
Ayikuthi I resign akukho enze.
Akachubeka asebenze.
Yena azange yenze into wrong.
Nasidlule lapha mama. Kunenkulumo engifuna adlule kuyo la. You said Honorable Skhosana mayikubuza la.
Honorable Shongo,
yes,
just a moment. Honorable Malem.
Advocate, the husband is no longer in the same position where you participated. He was in DSO, is now at Crime Intelligence.
That is correct, Honorable Member.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you, Honorable Malema. You said Babu Mkhwanazi, General Mkhwanazi, he must be careful. Lento ayikhulumile has cost people lives. You said that, right?
That is correct.
Whose lives are those?
So, in terms of the use of the word, and maybe I used the wrong word, it cost people their livelihoods. I correct myself. It cost people their livelihoods because those words were used very loosely within the ambit of SARS. And there is evidence and testimony to where people were victimized and lost their livelihoods. I correct the word of lives.
Did he mention names of those people? Ukuthi, this person and this person, they are a rogue unit.
I don't get the question.
Did he mention names of those people? Did Mkwanazi mention names when he said there's a rogue unit?
With an IDEC.
Yes, wherever he said there's a rogue unit.
I don't recall whether he mentioned names, honorable member.
So how do you get to where you say he caused people's livelihood?
No,
Who are those people?
I think we misunderstood each other. I said the use of the word rogue unit shouldn't be used loosely in the context of who we are as a country and law enforcement. When it was used previously, which was within the ambit of the SARS Nugent investigation time, people lost their livelihoods. So the word should not be used loosely. I did not mean anyone in IDEC lost their livelihood.
Kukhona into ngesiZulu kuthiwa washintsha udludlu, uyayazi?
No, angidluli nix that. Ngakhuluma le ngayikhuluma, angizange isiphikise, angizange ngisho ukuthi khona e-IDEC. Ngathi mase sisebenzisa leyo gama inama connotation. Ama connotations awona ngasikipha as the past. Angizange ngisho ukuthi ubaba uMkhwanazi wathi mase wasebenzisa le gama bakhona e-IDEC balahlwe umsebenzi or livelihood.
Okay, let's remove IDEC, but kukhona balahlekelwe yimpilo noma balahlekelwe indlela abaphila ngayo. You said that.
Because of the use of the word rogue unit. And I said he shouldn't have used the word loosely. I didn't say he used it previously and that caused people the loss of their livelihoods.
Okay,
if I created that impression, I correct myself.
Ngicela ukuthi mawufika uyibuke le tape uzozizwa ukuthi utheni.
No, ngiyazi ukuthi ngathini but
Okay ma.
ngiyazizisa.
You said ukuthathwa kwama phones in the case le enzakele manje. You sounded to me as if you are saying couldn't disturb you. It somehow disturbed you guys. You would have been far in investigating that case when they went to get those phones. Ngikuzwe kahle yini?
No, it didn't disturb our investigation. We heard that the phones were seized. We realized that we might as well get the search warrants. We didn't know who had seized the phones, except that it was law enforcement, and we were worried. If the devices get lost or data gets compromised, we need to be able to access that data as soon as we can.
Were you investigating the very same case?
We were investigating Kat Matlala. What we had heard in the media was the devices of Kat Matlala had been seized. That was our only interest, is to get the devices in order to see whether or not anything there fit into the 360 million rand tender, which in a preliminary investigation, we can confirm it does. Communications.
Mama, yazi kunento engizwisa ubuhlungu kakhulu eSouth Africa that uma umuntu ongenamali South Africa noma engenamandla kunezinto kunama case azokushaya kunezinto ezokuhlula ngenxa ukuthi awunamandla. I-profile yenu kwi-IDEC iscope senu kahle kahle, is it for serious and high profile cases, right?
Serious, high profile and complex, yes. In
Including-
terms of the corruption matters, Honorable Member.
Including corruption, right? Ufuna ungitshela ukuthi kuwena awulibonanga nje awuluzwanga nephunga nje le corruption kulento yephalaphala. Ayikho into ebukaka ngathi lana kudinga ukuthi si-IDEC singene siyohlola la.
So, to be clear, Chair, the matter was never referred to IDEC. The matter was always with the DPCI. If the matter was referred to IDEC, in terms of the referral mechanism, most certainly IDAC would have conducted the investigation. And also just on a point of clarity, the DPCI, as they do in other matters, sometimes ask us for assistance. They didn't ask for any assistance. So nothing precluded us from looking at it, save the referral mechanism, and the matter was never referred to us at any stage, Honorable Member.
What makes you ukuthi ubone kubalekile ukuthi uthathe lama document ka Honorable Adams, but ungaboni kubalekile ukuthi userve South Africans abafuna impendulo mayelana nephalaphala? Ngoba ngizama ukuchaza ukuthi uyabona uma kungavela omunye umuntu la eSouth Africa atholakale nje no 500,000 endlini angawufaka ngisho ngaphansi kwesofa ufihlele ebhakedeni lakhe, uzoboshwa lo muntu. And akuzukudinga ukuthi kuxoxwe into eziningi ukuthiwe hey bethengisa inkomo noma benzeni. Awusibonanga wena isidingo wedwa nje sokuthi no, let me help South Africans silidonse lela docket siyol investigator. Awusibonanga wena leso sidingo leso?
Honorable Member, that is not what I can do. In fact, what did happen when the then Minister Kele had that meeting I indicated about us finalizing how IDAC would work, the one thing that the DPCI made very clear, and I'll quote General Lebia, he said, stay in your lane, which is exactly what I did. And in order to get matters, that is why we have the referral mechanism. Also, if the matter had been referred to the national director, she could have referred the matter to me. Pala went to the DPCI. I had nothing or no reason to go and take it from them. If it was referred to IDAC, it would have been a different story. It wasn't referred to IDAC.
So okushoyo kumina ukuthi ama cases enwasebenzile nina, ama case only as a referral, akukho la nina nithena nibona ukuthi nisolo kuthize niyele nina niyohlola?
Honorable Member, we are unable to do that.
Only on referral?
Only on referral, and then there were cases, just for clarity, when certain IPID officials had come over to IDAC. They had come with their investigations, which is one of the matters I did refer to when the Honorable Sangoni had asked about Mkwanazi and General Masemola. Some of those cases remained with IDAC because they were corruption matters, and those investigators were then in IDAC. They then became declared in IDAC, but we didn't go and source those cases, Honorable Member.
Okay. Can I, as uThulani Shongwe, bring into yephalaphala kwena ungisize ungihlolele yona ngoba ngiyayisola ukuthi inenkinga njengo Honorable Adams?
Please depose to a Section 27 referral affidavit, and the matter can then be considered. However, you must look at process. Where the matter is currently, it is a challenge. There was a decision not to prosecute. The national director must review that decision. That decision has not been made. For us to take on a matter and start an investigation.
Just to interject, are you talking about the classified file, the docket? Are you talking about classify the classified?
Sorry, you are talking about the Pala matter?
Yes, are you talking about that?
Yes, I'm saying that the Pala matter, there was a decision made not to prosecute, at least that is what I recall, by the DPP for Polokwane. When a decision is taken, Honorable Shongwe, not to prosecute, then it has to go to the national director, because I do believe there are people who made representations for the matter to be reviewed. The national director must conduct a review. I cannot start an investigation now because a decision was made on that evidence not to prosecute.
Yeah, ibhlungu yona uyayibona kodwa ngoba baningi abantu emalokishini abacela.
Your time is up.
Is it up?
Here. Why we are here today is because there's problems. And some people are denying. We're sitting one witness here. He said General Mkwanazi was dreaming. I'm not going to mention his name here. He was sitting where you are. He said whatever Mkwanazi was saying, in fact, we're not here, we're at the Google Hope Center. He said openly that this is a waste of time. But we know now that we've got problems at SARS. And we had problems at SARS. please, I'm just asking you to say, don't say we don't have a right to use that word, because those people as well, much as you say their lives were destroyed, they destroy people's lives.
Honorable Member.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I just wanted to make that comment. Thank
I
you.
won't comment about them. I do recall when I said we shouldn't use the word rogue unit loosely without substance and evidence. That is what I mean.